Alright, let's do the product setup mission. So I always recommend that people have $300 to do this mission. You really only need 250, but to have that extra $50 of freedom is always helpful in case you make a mispurchase. So around the city there's all these taxis. Try to find a taxi, go into it, and then we're going to go to the ghetto. So look for Dexter Basin right here. We're going to go to the ghetto Wally. Costs $40, that's our first expense. Now we need to start purchasing the supplies so we can create the product. So go into this gas station here, and we're going to buy some water bottles. You only need 3 of them to start, but you can buy as many as you want. Oops, I already have some in my inventory. So I'm going to use these water bottles. So that was, we just spent $43 so far. Next, we're going to go into the Wally and look for the sugar and the cobblestone. Okay, once you have your sugar, your cobblestone, and your bottles, we're going to head over to Emilio's house to buy the rest of the supplies, and then we can actually start crafting the product. I'm going to speed this part of the video up just so we can get it done faster. Alright, so here we are at Emilia's house, but before we go in, make sure you grab your water bottles, and we need to fill them up with water. So there's little puddles around, just look for one and fill up your bottles with water. Now we can go inside of Emilia's house, go into his bedroom, and talk to him. Or wait, hang on, no, not talk to him. We have to actually buy the rest of the supplies. So click that button, and we're going to need to buy 2 blaze rods here. So click 1, 2. We also need to buy 1 nether wart, and we don't need these bottles anymore. And then we're going to buy 2 cocoa leaves. So click on those. So now you have one more thing you need to do before we can create our product, and that is create the potions. So over here, I'll come back down here and show you. This is the crafting recipe to create the product. You can only do it in certain locations. So we're going to need 3 speed potions. We're going to need 2 cocoa leaves, and then we'll also need the sugar as well in the middle. So let's go create our speed potions. That was pretty much part 1 of the setup, making all of your purchases. Now we have to actually craft everything. So look for a crafting table. I got lucky and I can see there's one out here. So open up your crafting table, and we're going to create a brewing stand. Oh, I only bought 1 cobblestone. Hold up, I need to go back and buy more. I thought I bought 3 of them. Okay, come here. 1, 2, there we go. Alright, so now that we have the right ingredients, we can make our brewing stand. So click on that. And then we're going to need to make some blaze powder. Click on that. And now we can start crafting. So place on your brewing stand, and we're going to create some awkward potions first. You need to place in your water bottles, and then you need to put your nether wart at the top, and we're going to use the blaze powder for our fuel. Alright, so now we have our awkward potions. We're going to place in our sugar at the top here, and that's going to start brewing and making some speed potions. I'm going to have to try and protect myself from these phantoms here. Alright, so now we have our default level 1 swiftness potions. If you place your brewing stand down, you cannot pick it up with your bare hands. You're going to need a pickaxe to break that, so we didn't even account for that in our pricing. But anyway, now that we have all of our ingredients, let's go into Emilio's bedroom, and we have 2 options here. We can either sell it to him, so you would just click on him, and he says, do you want to make this first product? We can type 1 to continue and give him the products, or we can craft it ourselves. So I'm going to type 3 to cancel. and we're actually going to craft it ourselves. So click on this button again, and over here you can see this is the crafting recipe. So we need 3 swiftness potions, a sugar in the middle, and the 2 coca leaves at the top on each side. So open up this tray here, this crafting, and then place in your swiftness potions and all the other ingredients at the top. Alright, so we just created our recipe. Now you just push this button to craft. It says, okay, the crafting is complete. You can now retrieve the product from the crafting. So open it up, and here we go. So that is part 2 of the mission complete. The final part is actually selling the product to people to make money. So I'm going to put the coordinates in on the screen, that way you can see where all the clients are. Right now there's only a few clients, but there will be more in the future. Another thing I didn't mention is this mission that we're doing right now is going to be a part of the Hustlers Bible campaign. So as of right now, anybody can do this mission if you just follow this video, but in the future you will have to essentially unlock this mission by completing certain tasks, going through the gang stages, and then you have to unlock Emilio as a contact. But for right now, anybody can do the job. So here's Andre. Here's one of the clients we can sell to. Just click on him. And do you want to sell the product to Andre? We'll type 1 in chat for yes. Alright, and then all we have to do is click on this thing here. Are you sure you want to sell product? Yes, I'm sure. We're going to type 1 to confirm. Alright, give me the product. So make sure you have the product in your hand. Click on him and return back and ring the bell to get paid. So we're going to return back, push this button here, ring the bell, and as you can see, we just got $100 in our bank account. So now you can either go to the bank, deposit this. There's a little ATM over here, which I'll show you in case you're in the area, you want to know where the ATM is. But that's essentially it. And then just around the city, there's different people you can sell to. There's another guy around here somewhere as well by the gas station that you can sell to as well. So just click on the ATM here or wherever you want, and we're going to deposit the hundreds, and now it's in our account. And it's that simple. That is how you do the product quest for Emilio.